This episode of the Hockey Card Show is brought to you by Ice Hot Hockey. Ice Hot Hockey is 100% hockey cards for the hardcore NHL fan. Head over to the eBay homepage and search by store name using Ice Hot Hockey. At the end of the episode, we'll highlight the featured card of the week, brought to you by Ice Hot Hockey.
Jesus, fuck. Great way to start off.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Hockey Card Show. I am Justin Kendrick. This is not Darren. This is not Ding. This is my buddy Jeff.
Kind of look like him.
A little bit?
No, not at all.
No, I don't think so either. This is episode number 55. I'm in Toronto for the NHL tweetup that's going on tonight, which is the 16th. I guess the last Saturday as far as when this show comes out. So Darren couldn't make it, so I'm going to this thing with my buddy Jeff. And we're going to do a little show, talk some hockey.
I've been looking forward to this for a while. I kept saying I want to be a guest host on this, so this is my chance to shine. I better not fuck up, as they say.
Yes,
Yeah.
Don't disappoint you. They'll tell you. Favorite team growing up, favorite player?
Well, favorite teams, it changed all the time. Grew up really young, big Blackhawks fan, the whole NHL. Well, Blades of Steel started it and then went to NHL. But I don't want to take credit. Well, I know I will take credit. I know I've been mentioned a few times, but I started the whole JR trend and got Justin on JR. My favorite player growing up, and again, it was because he was unstoppable on NHL. I actually didn't know that everybody knew that. I thought it was just me and my friends figured that out. But yeah, ever since then I got pissed when the Blackhawks traded him, so I jumped from team to team whenever he was on. So now I am a Sharks fan since that's where he retired. Figured that's where I will stop.
So there was a moment in your life where you were a Phoenix Coyotes fan?
Yeah, fortunately that sucked. I have one of those tacky jerseys.
With the check coming?
Yeah, the checks. Number 97, Jeremy Roenick. Yeah, I got one of those jerseys.
Yeah. Alright, we're going to crack some packs. I have 07-08 Upper Deck Victory, as well as 07-08 Upper Deck Black Diamond.
I have 08-09 OPG. And I also have the 07-08 Black Diamond with a Wayne on the cover. You know, he did not play in 07-08.
How'd they pull that off?
Interesting.
Alright, man. Shall we?
I got a log on and save card. I don't know what that means.
That's just a fat pack.
Yeah.
They just do it to throw you off.
Oh, okay. So basically they did, this is like 3 cards, so they could have easily put 3 cards in here, but just wanted to.
So jerks. No.
Not at all. No, I won't say that.
All right, my first card is Rafi Torres here with the Edmonton Oilers. Rafi now playing with Columbus, is that right?
Yeah.
That's too bad.
Traded for Gilbert Brulé, who's finally actually having a pretty decent season. But Rafi, they've given him a lot of power play time too. He's actually scoring some now because he's done pretty much sweet all.
Crazy redhead.
Since then, but I actually know somebody who went to high school with him up in Markham.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Yeah.
You're doing well already.
Yeah, I know something. I know something. I'm going to start with the OPG. So, Nick Tarnasky, what do you say? Like 4th liner on the Lightning, and that's on the Lightning, so it's not saying very much. So.
Ooh. Here's not a 4th liner. Henrik Zetterberg.
Yeah.
Detroit Red Wings. Red Wings.
One of the Ken Holland and Trip staff steals like late round, like a 4th or 5th rounder, and one of their best players. It's unbelievable.
That's
one of the
brutal.
league's best players.
He's awesome. I should mention, sorry, before I chugged a beer at the beginning of the show, and that was for Dana Walker on Twitter. We had a little bet going on with the Washington-Toronto game from, I guess, last week. Where they got lit up 6-1 and Obi had 5 points. So that was for you. You're welcome. You lost last time they played, so you got your chug in. But maybe we'll have to get a tiebreaker next time they play. Just letting everybody know why I was chugging beers. Not that it's something I don't normally do. Sorry.
Get that out of the way.
Yes.
Christoph Schubert. Again, don't know much to say. This is on the Senators, but he is now an Atlanta Thrasher. So you don't have to put the thumbs down that much. No longer a Sen.
That's okay then. I got a guy Anze Kopitar.
Yeah.
Awesome. Great year.
Everybody always ripped on me because last 3-4 years I always picked Kopitar in hockey pools, waiting for that season that he's finally gonna come out and get point per game. What was it? Pretty much point per game. And finally, he was for a while leading the league, but he's kind of dropped off a little bit.
Did you get him this year?
No, this is the only one I didn't get. Oh, yeah, I know.
I'm sure I didn't get him. I'm sucking ass in that pool, but
that pool I'm in second, and I was leading for so long, and then now it's Scott, but I think I'm only a couple points behind him.
That sucks. I like Kopitar, and I'm starting to like LA a bit more with Doughty. I just got a Canada jersey. Might get Doughty on it.
Really?
Yeah, I like him.
You got the Olympic?
Yes.
Wow.
The white one.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm just saying. But Kopitar's great. He's got some skills.
Yeah. Marty Brodeur.
Wow.
I mean, we could go on and say a lot about him, but everybody knows it, so.
He just got the record.
I know.
It's pretty massive.
Oh, it's huge. I mean, I would say, you know what, I would give him greatest goaltender of all time. It's kind of tough for me with him and Waugh, but I think that ultimately he's got a few more seasons on him. I know he's played the most games, so comparatively, it gives him a greater chance to accomplish those records. But to be able to do that just means he plays a lot of games in every season, which is amazing that he's lasted this long.
Yeah.
But I say that, he'll put a couple more of those, pad that record a little bit of shutouts and pad the wins and stuff. I think, by the time he retires, he will easily, in the record books at least, be the greatest goalie of all time.
Oh yeah, I don't see anybody ever catching him. And breaking records and cups. Like he's incredible. Incredible. So I agree. There's that debate, the Waugh Brodeur thing, and I think the easy answer is Waugh.
Everybody always say Brodeur because he was in a defensive system and had great defensemen in front of him for a lot of the seasons. But you know what? That defense is a bunch of. They're good. They're solid defensemen, but you don't have any Scott Stevens or Scott Niedermayer's, and he's still pulling off. I mean, he's leading the league in wins right now. I think so. It's impressive.
You got her. Christopher Higgins. This is on Montreal. I can't stand Chris Higgins because of Montreal, and obviously I hate Montreal and hate Ottawa, but mainly Proline. Every time he came up on the Proline ticket, if it was like Higgins versus whoever, Sundin, I'd either pick a tie. I'd never pick Higgins, or if I did, he would always screw it up. He screwed up my ticket so many times. Him and Michael Ryder, both on the stupid Montreal team.
Yeah, well, it's
but I'm New York right now.
Yeah, Ranger now.
Still hate him. Whatever. Doesn't matter.
Nigel Dawes on the Rangers, now a Calgary Flame. Went actually from the Rangers to Phoenix to Calgary, and now he's actually having his best season ever. But I think you're right. But there was always a lot more expected of him. He never really lived up to that. But at least he's giving Calgary some offense for him.
Jerome McGinley. There's some offense.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Yeah. They're talking about putting him on the checking line in Team Canada.
Really?
Yeah. He hasn't been so that solid, but like they said, in Calgary, they rely on him to score, but Team Canada is filled with guys that can score, and how many of the guys can actually play that solid checking role and depend on him and can chip in. So put him on their top, like Mike Richards and Brendan Morrow. And just found out Brendan Morrow was injured last night, so let's hope that he actually is playing.
I don't know what the deal is, but it has EA Sports on the bottom of this.
I don't know. Is there like a car, like a little password on the back? You can.
It's a game hint. On the fly, AI learns your tendencies and adjusts accordingly. If you're always performing one-timers, it adapts to your style and blocks the passing lanes.
Really?
That's an NHL
08.
That's
so
bullshit.
10 must be even better.
Yeah.
I actually didn't know that. Because you know what? You always get like towards the end of games in NHL, and it'll be like a minute left, and you have the wide open net for a one-timer, and the goalie slides across the entire crease and saves it. And you're like, that's bullshit, especially if it's some crappy goalie, that they never pull that off. But that must be just because the AI caught up towards the end of the game.
There you go. We're learning everything today.